Hey, I'm Emily, and this is The Way We Hunt. If this is your first time here, thanks for coming. If this is another video you're watching, great. If you could, like, subscribe, and comment on our videos, and tell us what we need to do better or something that you would like to see. Today, we're gonna be making Venison Gyros. Don't know if that's the way you say it. It looks like gyros, but I think it's gyros. We're just gonna go with gyros, and then you guys can tell me if I'm saying it wrong. We're getting this recipe from our friend, Chef Albert Wutsch. It's called The Art of Cooking Venison. We're at the 345 Ranch in Texas. I think it's West Texas, but you know, regardless. And the first thing that I'm going to do is going to tell you what we're making and what ingredients it is. So first, we're going to need venison in 2 pounds. I kind of wanted to get a tougher cut of meat because we're going to marinate this for an hour, but when I packaged meat from last year or the year before, I packaged this meat and I didn't put what was on it, so I wasn't sure what it was in the freezer, so I grabbed it. Ended up being backstrap, so it is a tender cut of meat. Regardless, we're gonna work with it. And I'm gonna show you, it's kind of leaky right now, but we left the silver skin on. And the reason why we do this is you leave the silver skin on to help prevent from freezer burn. I'm gonna cut into 8-inch thick slices, 1 inch wide and 2 inches long. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna cut it up, okay? So I've pre-sharpened our knife and I'm gonna take the silver skin off without cutting myself. I always like to start kind of on this end, and if you get it decent enough, the silver skin will just kind of pull off on its own. It's not doing a real great job. We'll come back through and get it all done. Ugh, gross. See, it kind of pulls off just fairly easy. Oh, there's a good piece right there. All right, and then the next thing that you're gonna see is all the vegetables that we got. We are going to get them cut up, and I will give you the serving size and exactly what we're using for our venison gyros. Can we speak?
Sure.
All right, so I'm trying to cut these 1/8 of an inch wide. Most of these are going to be 2 inches long themselves, and then meat itself is about 1 inch wide. It is backstrap, so it's not going to be perfect, and it's just for Ryan and I, so I don't think it has to be perfect. And if you're just doing it for yourself, I don't think any of this has to be perfect. It's just a suggestion that Chef put in his book. And we're going to marinate these in 2 tablespoons of olive oil with just some salt and pepper. We'll probably put some Everglades seasoning because it's kind of our go-to seasoning that we really like. I'm going to throw them in this bowl, and we're going to marinate them for about an hour. While we're doing that, Ryan actually has the GoPro on one of the feeders here at the 345 Ranch. We're going to go check here in a little bit and see what kind of critters we caught. We went out yesterday. We saw some axis and an elk, lots of deer, some aoudad, saw a gray fox last night. There's some other critters here that I don't know what they are, that I wasn't able to identify. Some other type of sheep species, maybe some mouflon. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what vegetables we're going to be using and how we're going to make our cucumber mint sauce for our gyros. The vegetables that we're going to need is a cup of red onion, a cup of cucumber, and a cup of tomatoes. Then for the mint sauce, we're going to need a pint of Greek yogurt or any type of just plain yogurt. I just chose Greek. We're going to need half a cup of buttermilk. Then I brought mint from our garden. It's looking a little from our garden, but you're gonna need 2 tablespoons of minced mint. You're going to need 2 tablespoons, I believe, 2 tablespoons of green onions. Then you're gonna need another cucumber, and this is gonna be 1/4 cup, and it's gonna be seeded, and it's gonna be peeled, and it's gonna be minced up. And that's it. Then you need the pita bread. So the next thing you're gonna see is all the vegetables and the yogurt, the cucumber mint sauce, all mixed up. Okay, so now we have our meat, and the directions actually say saute, but you know, we're just gonna do our own thing because that's literally what I do with anything that I cook, is just do my own thing. So we're actually gonna put it on the RecTeq, and we're just gonna grill it real quickly. Remember, they're like super thin slices, and it's probably gonna take me longer to put it in than it is for it to actually cook. Ooh, nice and hot. About the time I get all these laid out, it'll be time to turn the ones that I put on together. All right, they've been sitting there for about a minute. Now I'm just going to turn them. Okay, now we're going to let them cook just a couple minutes longer and they'll be done. So the meat's probably done. We're going to take them off, go inside, and we're going to build our gyros, or gyros, whatever they are. Yeah. So if you haven't figured it out, we've never made gyros before, not even sure how to pronounce it, but the directions say that I need to place meat, vegetables, and sauce in pita pocket or roll in pita bread. So this is pita bread that I bought from Walmart. Here is our sauce that I made earlier. I maybe tasted it off camera. I think it needs a little bit more mint, but that's all the mint that I brought. And then here are our sliced up vegetables, red onion, cucumber, and tomatoes. So bear with me while I try this. I think I'm going to just do it in half so it opens a pocket. So I cut it in half and it like makes this pocket inside the pita bread. So I'll put, I don't know, a couple slices of meat inside. There's not a whole lot of room. Some vegetables, cucumbers, tomatoes. If you guys watched my taco video, you know I really like tomatoes. Add some cucumbers. And then I guess I will take the sauce and pour it over the top. Literally no idea what I'm doing, but I mean, this looks normal, right? I guess I'll try it. Well, it's actually really good. It's kind of like light tasting. It's refreshing. You don't taste the meat too much. I do think it still needs a little bit more mint, but that's really great. And it was super easy. And we just used some of the vegetables from our own garden and bought the rest of the stuff at a grocery store. We had meat, you know, in the freezer from last year, year before. And I just made venison gyros. So we'll probably serve it with a lemon basil arugula salad on the side. And yeah, I'm gonna continue eating. So thanks guys. Oh.
day keeps getting better and better. Now it's raining hard. And our escape raft.
We've been all over the US and a few countries hunting and fishing. And now we want to take you on those adventures with us.
And if you stick around, we're going to try to share some tips and tricks with you, so hopefully you can do the same thing. So check us out.